Yeah, I'm very surprised to hear that the game's not sold out yet. I mean, very cheap tickets. I know
I'm
it's
really
cold.
surprised.
Hey, I know
I'm
it's
really
cold.
surprised you brought that up.
I mean, I know it's cold, but there hasn't been a
Mafia, what are
playoff
we
game in
doing?
Buffalo in a long, long time. So that was a little surprising. I mean, the weather's going to be a factor. Obviously, it's good just to get Mac Jones, some experience. But Chuck said it yesterday. It's going to come down to probably 2 or 3 fourth down plays that the Bills will either get or they won't. We know Belichick is probably not going to end up going for it on fourth down because that stud Jake Bailey in the back, he can put the ball wherever the hell he wants. You know that with Slater.
Yeah, he's really good.
Bethel. I mean, come on. But I'm very juiced up for it. Everyone.
That was interesting to hear, though, by the way. $30 tickets still available right now for the Buffalo Bills playoff game hosting the New England Patriots winning the AFC East. That was interesting to hear. I did not expect that.
At all. Like, I know, obviously, it's negative.
Honestly, we talked to Jordan Poyer yesterday for, 4 or 5 minutes about, man, the Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
What happened? You think flights probably canceled.
I don't know. You think a lot of Bills
roads
fans?
probably closed. Flights probably canceled. Can't get there, so you got to pay.
Well, it's not really.
You got to just get rid of the tickets. They want somebody else to go enjoy it because they can't get up to Buffalo.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
really snowing, though. I think Buffalo has a population size that would allow not all the people to go there. So,
So allegedly, Zito just came in here and said there is a lot of tickets available.
a lot.
Really?
What happened?
The Bruins Flyers hockey game has a higher price ticket than the Bills.
And those are two AHL teams.
Well, the
those
Bruins,
two teams aren't even in the NHL.
Bruins are in the playoffs. I mean, they're sitting right next to the Penguins, so I'm not.
You ain't anyway. The
far.
only place you're sitting next to us is the fact that you're in the black and gold colors whenever you take the ice.
Great
pal.
color scheme. Hey, we can all agree on that. That's an unbelievable color
Yeah,
scheme.
we agree. It's all of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we're an original 6 team, so it's more so the Penguins copied us. But hey, who cares?
Original
We're
6.
talking
That's
about
great. You
football.
guys, nobody had pads. The goalies didn't even know what a puck was.
Hey, look, we've won a cup in the last 10
Invented
years.
hockey. Canada invented hockey, but I mean, Detroit stinks. We're not getting into all of that, but you're right. In the time of the NFL being dominant, and in the time of Bills Mafia being one of the fan bases that people seek out to watch and put over,
respect,
and say, hey, this is a fan base, because they have to go through all the weather up there. The snow, the insanity, the booze, and it's still going to be loud. It's still going to be crazy, but I don't think anybody expected there to be $30 tickets available for a playoff game. I remember back in the day, Indiana was considered a basketball state. I guess it still is. One of the basketball Hall of Fames is here in Indiana. High school basketball here is huge. And I think it does all revolve around the fact that IU had Bobby Knight for those years, and it was beloved here. The Pacers make the playoffs. And this was either the first year or the second year in which they ended up running into the Heatles in the conference championship, but I was here. They couldn't sell the top of the top of the arena or whatever. I was like, I thought this was a basketball. This is playoffs, this whole thing. For whatever reason, they weren't able to move the tickets. So I bought literally 5,000 of them, I think, at a $5 price and gave them away to a bunch of people for that. Had the whole place packed out. But that was an eye-opener for me. I'm like, how is this place not selling out? These are the only games that matter, right? This is how everybody views, hey, in the NBA, when you get to the playoffs, this is an entire another season. So I wonder what the fuck's going on up in Buffalo. I don't think Jordan Poyer expect that. I feel like I see an entire stadium of people at the airport whenever they arrive.
Yeah. Yes.
What is going on? Maybe Omicron.
It could be.
Maybe Omicron ran through.
They require vaccinations, but I'll tell you what, where I come from, no matter what your stance is, you're getting vaccinated if it means going to a Steeler game for $30.
Yeah, big team, little me.
Bingo.
Big team, little me.
This is the playoffs.
Yeah, there is an I in win, and the I is you buying in to go see the Bills play against the New England Patriots in the playoffs at home.
Also kind of embarrassing for Patriots fans that they haven't seen this and then decided to take over the stadium.
I do believe there has been
I would assume that the Patriots, the massholes, will take advantage of this particular opportunity.
I hope so.
And I don't know if, I don't know Josh Allen's, I think he's married. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if his wife is going to go do a show like Kelly Stafford and say,
that'd be sweet.
Hey, you motherfuckers. What are we?
Going silent count all night.
What are we even doing? Kelly Stafford saying, please do not sell your tickets, okay? Just don't go. But we need not what happened between the Niners and the Rams the other day. Matthew, my husband, the home quarterback of Los Angeles. And she even said, we played at Detroit a long time. We're in Detroit a long time with a lot of fan bases that travel. We've been there. He had to go on a silent count. Jimmy G was going with a cadence. And I was like, I couldn't even imagine Kelly Stafford watching that game, right? Because let's say I hit a punt and the person gets a big return. my mom's natural reaction or Sam's natural reaction is like, these motherfuckers, like, make the tackle or whatever. Kelly's natural reaction is to protect Matthew, watching the game just being like, what the fuck is even going on here? This is bullshit. And a lot of people are saying, oh, that's Matthew's words coming through. I was like, no.
I got it.
No, I think
way.
Kelly was like legitimately pissed off. Like, what the hell is going on here? Also, they went to Georgia, right? I mean, Georgia, that was 80-20 the other night.
Yeah.
That fan base is big. The Lions sold out every single game Matthew Stafford was there. They're the Lions. So Kelly being like, hey, listen, we're up there in Detroit, and that whole place is home. And Packers fans notoriously travel.
Yeah.
But that's what happens in L.A. You know, easy come, easy go.
Hey, you know, sometimes you trade for that, for the lavish lifestyle and living on the beach. You know, you're going to get some fair weather people. And anyone who saw the TV copy, I mean, there was about 75% of the fans in the stadium were 49ers fans. But do you think it's possible that the Bills fans, are just thinking like, hey, listen, we've had each one game apiece. We've seen them. We're going to beat the hell out of the Patriots.
Oh, this is like the
Saturday.
Alabama fans.
Yeah, exactly. We'll wait until, next week. Well, hopefully we have another home game. If not, maybe we go to a warmer weather city where we can kind of make a weekend out of it. We're going to beat the hell out of the Patriots.
Maybe
on
go to
Saturday night.
Nashville.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to end up at Nashville.
No, it's either Kansas City or home.
So there you
So
go.
it's still cold.
So it's cold
And
no
you're not
matter
going to
what.
get into Kansas City.
Well, but Kansas City, that's a big playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, but Kansas City, that place is sold out.
Sold out,
yeah.
That place is sold out.
That's why, and if you want to bet on, next week in the playoffs in the NFL, the Jags just beat the Colts at home. You never know when the worst team could beat, the home team. I'm not saying the Patriots are the worst team, but the Bills definitely have an advantage for sure. Although they're not taking advantage of it. Their fans aren't going.
I thought people were lying on the internet to make Bills Mafia look bad. I
too.
Because I think you presented it to me, so I was like, this is obviously an
Convenient.
unbiased
Yeah.
van doing
Propaganda.
this. But New England's going to make them pay for that. I mean, Patriots fans are going to make them pay for that. But at the end of the day, it's all about the players on the field.
That's right.
There might not be as many buildos in the stands as we thought there would be, but Josh Allen and the boys and Poyer still got a chip. They're going to do their thing, and hopefully Bills Mafia will show up for it, which they're going to.
Well,
Yeah.
What?
maybe. How is the game not sold out? It's a playoff football game.
Sorry,
AJ.
Connor.
We're not as soft as Bills Mafia because they're not going to the game.
So that's what I was about to talk about. AJ, we talked to Jordan Poyer yesterday for 4 or 5 minutes about Buffalo Bills and Bills Mafia basically getting a chance to host a playoff game and showcase that one of the best fan bases in all of sport in the weather and how you doing. This is Buffalo. There's tickets for like $25, $30 right now. A lot of them. When Jordan
playoff game?
Yes. Yeah. When Jordan Poyer said to me, hey, I got 2 suite passes for you if you want to go, I was like, oh, okay, so now I don't have an excuse, right? Like, not being able to get a ticket or having a suite is an easy excuse. When he's like, hey, I got 2 for you, it's like, oh, there's no real excuse here. I appreciate that. And then once we got off the show and people started tweeting us, we might be able to buy like a few thousand tickets if we really wanted to. I mean, that's a real thing that's happening right now, AJ. I'm surprised. Are you?
Well, is this happening in other stadiums for the playoffs? Do we know?
Is it just a live event issue is what you're saying?
Yeah, I honestly have no idea why this would happen. Like, what was their attendance like for their home games this year?
Okay, so zoom in. What do we...
The green dots are where there's seats available in those sections. So
every single section?
Every section, yeah.
Yeah, usually it may be like the top deck. There may be some open.
Yeah, you'll see like a couple green dots, but like it's showing how many good deals they are, but like there's a lot of tickets available.
lot
It's a
of green
joke.
dots.
They haven't had a home playoff game since the 90s.
What does this mean? The Patriots fans don't travel?
They're waiting for the dip,
No
probably.
fans.
No fans. With the fans. He said.
Oh, yeah.
With the fans. Yeah, maybe it's the Patriots fan. No, but those lower levels.
It's a home playoff game. There shouldn't be tickets available for people who are Buffalo Bills fans.
Yeah, the Patriots fans should only get their allotment of tickets or
Yeah.
whatever that they get sent up there.
hundred.
This is wild, but it would not slow down an incredible wild card weekend. There will be a lot of eyes on that primetime game.
Oh, yeah.
There will be a lot. Probably 20-some million. What do we think? 25 million people will come.
For sure.
At least.
For sure.
40-some million?
I think it'll be in the 30s. I don't know if it'll go to 40, but I think it'll be in the 30s.
And what's real and what isn't and when it comes to those numbers. But all eyes are going to be on wild card weekend.